It is late night. What time is it? What time is it? It's 1:20 in the morning. 1:20 in the morning. Let's see who's up. Who is up? Oh, I'm getting old. Oh, I need a man. I need a man with a lot of money. Hey Sharon, how are you? Hey KK. I know it's late. Oh, you too? Yeah. These are one of those nights that I could use a man in here so I can just look at him after he done got on my damn nerves. Hey you love, how are you? How are you? I decided to get on here late because my nephew, he's gone, and my sister, she was here all day and they finally gone, thank God. And I my sister basically confessed it. She confessed a lot of things I didn't know that she knew. And I have told my daughter some of my life history, my life story, things I went through and things I've experienced. And my sister, when she came over today, my sister actually told my daughter some things about my life. Some things I didn't forget, but some things I didn't mention to my daughter that my sister mentioned to my daughter. And it finally hit me. It finally hit me. Hey, Telly. And what hit me was um my my whole entire life, I I was always treated differently. I was always treated differently. I was never like a part of the crowd. I was always treated differently, basically because of the way that I looked. But my singing has, I experienced a lot of things through my singing, and a lot of opportunities I didn't have. I had, but I missed them because of my mother. And listening to listening to how um my sister talked about me to my daughter, I now see why my sister don't like me. At first I couldn't see it. I knew that my sister was a little jealous. I knew that she was a little envious. But after listening to how my sister was basically describing my life to my daughter with all my accomplishments, the things that I've done that she witnessed, I could see why my sister really don't like me. I could see why she is a little well, a lot. I could see why she's jealous and envious. I could see that now. And even though I was made fun of and I was mentally and verbally abused, if you look at my life and all of the things that I could have accomplished, my mother, she stopped it. It's so much shit that has happened in my life. I had record deals. I had a lot of shit, believe it or not, happened in my life as far as music wise that my mother just blatantly stopped. She 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 fucked it up for me. And if you listen to how my sister was explaining it to my daughter, as I'm listening to my sister and listening to how she witnessed me get praised, how she witnessed me get so much attention, how she witnessed when I sing, people gravitate, I can understand now why she would want that. I can understand because if I had a sister and she had a talent And it's like she's always in the limelight, right? And I'm always in the shadows. I would feel some type of way about my sister because she's always shining. Everybody always, but in actuality, my sister really don't know what I am going through verbally. She don't know what I went through mentally because a lot of things that I went through mentally and verbally in my life, my family don't know about that. Like my mother really don't know what I went through in my life. But I never told her. When I try to tell her, she don't want to fucking listen. My mother had very deep narcissistic traits. So I don't have the type of mother where I can just sit down and talk to her. I don't have that kind of mother. And my sister didn't know what was going on with me either. No one knew what was really going on in my life. No one really knew what I was going through mentally, spiritually, emotionally, verbally, no one knew because I kept it hidden. But they don't know that I was being greatly abused. But outside of that, musically, I was untouchable. Musically, I shined. But outside of music, I was being tortured. But my sister only saw the shine. She didn't see the torture. And I see now why my sister feels the way she feels about me. And if she only knew what I went through in my life, if she only knew what I went through, she would probably, I don't know what she would do. Because my daughter listening to the stories that my sister was telling her about me, because my sister was, don't get me wrong, for the first time, my sister was actually giving me praise tonight. And she basically told my daughter that the reason why your mother is not famous right now because our mother stopped her because she wanted it. So for the first time, I'm actually hearing my sister praising me. She's and I'm looking at her like, but it wasn't like she was praising me, like giving me my props. If y'all was to hear the way my sister, if y'all was in the room with us today, the way my sister was talking about me, y'all will understand why my sister feel the way that she feels. And it opened up my eyes now. And I I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna be real honest. I don't know how I'm able to do what I do. Because even though I am spiritually awakened and I'm proud of where I am, but I am fucked up. My daughter, after my sister left, she said, "Ma, I think you really need to talk to someone. Because for you to go through all of that, I'm surprised you went through a lot." And I actually saw my daughter. It looked like my daughter was about to cry. She was like, I could see the hurt in my daughter because of how it's like I could see the hurt in my daughter. My daughter was actually empathizing as she was telling me how she feels about my life. Like, Ma, you went through all of that. I could feel like my daughter wanted to cry for me. I said, "You okay?" She said, "It just hurtful. Like, you went through that." And I had to literally change the subject because my daughter was actually, you could see that my daughter wanted to cry. I said, "Don't cry, Mama." My daughter actually, well, she's a very empathetic person. And I'm like, I don't know how I made it this far. I don't know. I don't know how I made it this far. I don't know. My my mother, she can sing also. My mother, she could sing also. So, since I was 13 years old, I've had musical opportunities that um my mother has stopped me from. And everybody in my family knows, not just my immediate family, but everybody in my entire family knows the reason why my mother stopped me is because it wasn't her opportunity. Who are y'all talking about? And who y'all talking about? Um, who y'all talking about? And let me see, because I see who's I'm not even looking at the comments. I don't know what's going on. I who I don't know. Um, all I heard was uh, I don't know. But anyway, um, what I was saying, Telly, I don't know what's going on, cause I'm not really paying attention at the comments. But I just heard something about Mars blocking. Like I don't have none of my Mars in here, so I don't know who was what and what's going on. But I just wanted to get on here and vent because it really hit me tonight. And sometimes, sometimes when a person is in your life and they're doing things like, let me give you an example. Sometimes you can have people in your life that can do things to sabotage you, that can do things to stop you from you think is your growth. Sometimes you have people that is doing things in your life on purpose. But what they don't know is that the fact that they are doing things to try to hurt you on purpose, what they don't know is that the fact that they are trying to hurt you on purpose is not damaging you. It's damaging them because their negative purpose is actually making you greater. Because I truly believe that my mother was jealous of me now. I've always known it. My whole entire family knows it. And my sister even said it out of her own mouth tonight. My sister actually told my daughter the real reason why mommy stopped Jeter from accomplish everything that she could because it wasn't her opportunity, because she was jealous because it wasn't her. And it shocked me to hear my sister say that because I felt I know it. My daughter know it. And for my sister to say it, like, that's why mommy stopped you, Jeter. Because she was jealous that it wasn't her and it was you. So every time you got an opportunity, mommy got in, she intervened and stopped it. So I had a lot of musical opportunities in my life. And yeah, and the fact that my sister noticed that and the way that she feels about me, if she can admit that to me and acknowledge it and know it and be aware of it, and my sister ain't that bright, for her to notice that too. Because my mother always say, yeah, I did what I did because I didn't want you in the industry. I knew they was going to try to. I'm like, man, me and you at the time didn't even know how bad the industry was. So right now, my mother excuse for stopping me and withholding me from all the opportunities that I had in my life was because she was protecting me from the industry. And I know that it's bullshit. Because at the time, me and my mother didn't know how sinister the industry was. So, and for my sister to know that, it's like, and my sister don't really know how sinister the music industry is either. But for my sister to acknowledge that, I'm like, because, the singer Mario, I knew him before he got famous. Mario actually sat in my house. And I told my daughter many of times that Mario sat in my house a few times before he became famous. Because me and Mario were supposed to have the same manager. Me and Mario were supposed to have gotten discovered together. And my sister actually told my daughter, Mario was in our house. Your mother was supposed to did an album with Mario. They supposed to got discovered together. He sat in our house before he was even famous. His manager was to be your mother's manager. And it was shocked that my sister told my daughter that, because I told my daughter that, but I was the only one who ever told my daughter that. No one else told my daughter that. But my sister said Mario sat in our house. Mario and your mother would have got discovered together. But mommy, your grandmother messed that up for her. That's why Mario is now discovered, and your mother is sitting here in this living room. And I'm listening to my sister like it's no fucking way. It's no way. It's no way that I should be here. There's no way. And when I think about it, you don't even know me. How the fuck you know I've been telling this story? When I think about it, what I'm trying to get at is, even though my mother was stopping me, and she had her sinister reasons why, my mother didn't even know about Diddy parties. Even though my mother has stopped me from becoming a singer, and she had her own sinister reasons why, her sinister reasons, even though in her mind she's holding me back because she wanted the same thing that I was getting. She wanted that opportunity. But her sinister reasons, it didn't demise me. It was actually saving me. Y'all get what I'm saying? So everything happens for a reason. The fact that my mother was holding me back because she was jealous of the fact that I was getting all the recognition, that I was getting the deals, and I was getting the attention from my music. My mother was purposely holding me back because it wasn't her. So she wasn't doing it to protect me. She was doing it because it wasn't her. But what she didn't know is that her sinister reasons of holding me back was only saving me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it was a blessing that she was thinking that way, because if my mother wouldn't have been jealous, if my mother wasn't being envious, if my mother didn't feel the way that she felt, my mother would have went along with it. And she would have allowed me to be the singer that I wanted to be. But the fact that my mother was jealous, and the fact that my mother was envy of the opportunities that I was having and she wasn't, she held me purposely back. But what she didn't know was the fact that she was holding me back because it wasn't her. She was actually saving me. So that goes to show you, when you got people in your life and they are purposely hurting you, they are purposely holding you back, in the long run, you're going to realize that those people that was holding you back, that was hurting you, they was actually saving you from something that you didn't even know that they were saving you from. Like now, I know, and I forgive my mother, even though I know she's lying to me. Now I know that my mother did it because it wasn't her. I know she was doing it because she was jealous. But at the end of the day, I'm glad she was jealous. I'm glad that my mother was jealous. I'm glad that my mother was envious. I'm glad that my mother held me back. Because her sinister ways actually saved me, you know? So it's like, wow, it's like life has a way of doing things, you know? And cuz listening to my sister, yes, KK. Yes. Cuz listening to how my sister was talking to my daughter about me, it's like my sister was admiring me. For the first time, it was like my sister was, as she was telling my daughter all my accomplishments, all the things that I've done, all the famous people that I have met, the record deals I could have had, all the shows that I did, and how I mesmerized the crowd and all of this shit. As I'm listening to my sister, I'm like, damn, I did a lot of shit. It didn't even hit me at how much shit that I did musically until and I'm hearing it from my sister. And my sister was actually glorifying it. My sister told my daughter tonight, Toni Braxton would not exist if your grandmother would have never held her back. If your grandmother would have allowed your grandmother to sign that deal, there would be no Toni Braxton. Your mother would discover first. And to hear my sister say that, I'm like honestly, there would be no Toni Braxton if my mother would have never fucked up my opportunity. Cause y'all, Toni Braxton is from Maryland. I'm from Maryland. When Toni Braxton came out, I was only 14 years old. And the only reason why Toni Braxton got discovered because my mother fucked me up. And my sister told my daughter today, Toni Braxton would not exist if your grandmother would have never fucked up that opportunity that your mother had with Babyface. See, I don't really talk about it. And I don't talk about it because I feel even though I know that I am saved, even though KK, even though I know I am saved, there will be no Toni Braxton. Why do you think me and Toni Braxton's voice almost sound the same? I'm not gonna go deep there because I don't want to down her. That's her thing. But uh I'm gonna give y'all a brief description. Um I used to be in the studio a lot at 13 and 14 years old. And I had a lot of demo tapes. And one day, I told this story before, but I don't know if y'all ever heard this story. Cause my sister told my daughter. And I'm like, damn, she paid attention and she remember all of this. I see why the bitch don't like me. I wouldn't like me either. So I actually give my sister grace now. So it is what it is. And I I had a lot of demo tapes laid all around my house, right? And one day my mother had a party and I had my whole entire family at my house. My aunts, uncles, cousins, all of them. But I had all of my demo tapes all over my house. But if you look at the tapes, this was when cassette tapes was out, right? You could see Ajita EP or Ajita's demo. So all of my tapes of me singing on them had my name on them. So one of my cousins, one of my older cousins stole one of my tapes, right? So when one of my cousins stole my tapes, my sister confessed so much shit to me. She confessed things I didn't even know she knew. I'm like, you know that too? So a couple of days after my mother had the party, I went to go get one of my demo tapes. And this is one of my favorite demo tapes that I made. It was me singing a lot of my favorite songs. And I had the music and everything. It was a demo. And it was missing. I knew that somebody in the family stole it. Because mind you, even though I don't fuck with my family, they are great fans of my singing and my music. So about a couple of weeks go by, right? A couple of weeks go by, my cousin, one of my oldest cousin, calls me up and said, Jeter, I want you to come over here. And I was 14 at the time. 14. She said, Ajit, I want you to come over here and spend the weekend with me. Mind you, me and my cousin, we don't really deal with each other. We don't get, I'm not going to say we don't get along, but we don't fuck with each other. We don't got nothing in common. To this day, I haven't seen my cousin in years. We don't fuck with each other. I don't fuck with them. And it was weird that she wanted me to spend the weekend with her. And my mother knew this is another opportunity that I had. This is not the first opportunity. This is like the third opportunity. So anyway, my cousin told me the truth. She told me on the phone. She said, I got something I need to tell you. Don't get mad. I'm going to sing to you for I'm going to sing to you. She said, don't get mad. She said, I stole your demo tape. And this guy that I know, he know Kavon Edmonds, Babyface brother. Y'all know Kavon Edmonds, the one got the higher pitch voice in the group After 7. Kavon Edmonds in the group. That Babyface brother that got the high pitch voice. My cousin friend knows Kavon Edmonds, right? So the fact that my cousin has a friend that knows Kavon Edmonds, the lady that he works with is Kavon Edmonds' aunt. So Kavon Edmonds' aunt got a hold of my demo tape because my cousin gave it to him. He gave it to Kavon Edmonds' aunt. Kavon Edmonds' aunt gave it to Kavon Edmonds. Kavon Edmonds heard my tape. And that's when, I don't know how it got into L.A. Reid's hands, but it got into L.A. Reid's hands, and it got into Babyface's hands. So I had a phone meeting with Kavon Edmonds' aunt, and she told me that she heard the tape, and she cannot believe that I'm 14, and she gave the tape to her nephew. And next thing you know, it was a meeting set up where I was supposed to meet LaFace and Babyface because they needed someone for this album. But it wasn't an album. It was an Anita Baker album. But the album was rejected by Anita Baker. And Anita Baker, they didn't have the album ready yet. Let me break it down to you. It was a record. It was a whole album that was for Anita Baker, right? They needed someone to sing the demos so she can hear them. They needed somebody to sing the song so Anita Baker can hear. Anytime a singer hear a song for them to sing, if I write a song, I got to sing it so that case when the artists decide they want it, they can get an idea of how the song goes. Once they get the song in their hand, then they can make it their own. That's how the music industry is. So all songwriters, they sing the song too to give the person an idea of how the song goes so you can get the flow of the music. So thank y'all for the gift. So they needed someone to sing this album to Anita Baker. So what they were going to do was they were going to meet me and they was going to get me to record. This is how Toni Braxton got discovered. Toni Braxton didn't get discovered because of her voice. Toni Braxton actually did the demo for Anita Baker. But what they didn't know was Anita Baker actually turned the fucking album down and said, well, let the person doing the demo record the album. That's how Toni Braxton got discovered. She didn't get discovered because of her voice alone. She was only supposed to do a demo. That was what I was going to be used for. But it just so happened Anita Baker turned the album down. And they gave it to Toni. I was supposed to be the one that do that particular demo for Anita Baker to hear. So if Anita Baker would have turned it down, it would have been me. So they were supposed to come down here and meet me. So they had their A&R come down here to meet me. The day that he came down here and meet me, my mother had already found out that what was going on. So my mother stopped the whole thing. She forbid me to be around my family at that time. She forbid me. She kept me in the house. So the person that's supposed to came down here, the A&R that's supposed to take me to Kevin, L.A. Reid and Babyface, on their way back, they was at a gas station. And that's how they met Toni Braxton. Toni Braxton got discovered at a gas station. And they didn't know that she could sing. They went by the look. And when they did research, they found out that she was in the group. Now, the song that I originally heard was Love Should Have Brought You Home. I heard the demo before Toni heard the demo. But, was it Love Should Have Brought You Home? Yeah, it was Love Should Have Brought You Home. That was the first original demo that Anita Baker was supposed to hear. Now, the way the original song was supposed to be, the way that the original song was supposed to be is not the way that Toni Braxton sang it. The way the song's supposed to be is, this is how it's supposed to go. The way it was written. Shouldn't even listen. Shouldn't even try. Well, I just be hearing the same old lies, baby. See, it doesn't matter what they say it is, 'cause the whole relationship is built on one lie. You say things not the way they seem, and still you can't come straight with me. How can you feel that you're in love when you don't know the meaning of? That's the original. That was supposed to be my voice on that demo. And that's how I sound at 14. My voice hasn't really changed from the age 14 to 43. I sound this way at 14 years old. That's why they were shocked that a 14-year-old girl had a voice like that. So they wanted my little ass, and they really didn't want to work with the child. But they was like, it's no way that we're gonna let you go. It's no way we can let you go. So I heard the song, and it was originally for Anita Baker. So when Anita Baker got the song, she made it her own. Shouldn't even listen. Shouldn't even try. Wanna just be hearing the same old lies, baby. See, it doesn't matter what you say it is, 'cause the whole relationship is built on one lie. You say things not the way they seem, and still you can't come straight with me. How can you feel that you're in love when you don't know the meaning of? That's Toni Braxton's version. But the original version is not that far-fetched. Now, I don't like to talk about it because I still get fucked up and pissed off about it. When I heard it, I said, I can do that. You know? So, when I heard the song on the radio, on the Boomerang soundtrack, I already heard the song prior to her singing it. Let's just say, for the first time, I knew what hate felt like. Because when I heard, the only people who heard see, it was other songs on the demo. Like the other song, it was Love Should Have Brought You Home, and it was another song. The other song in the demo was Since you've been gone, I've been hanging around here lately with my mind messed up. Jump in my car, tried to clear my mind, didn't help me. I guess I'm all messed up now, babe. Soon as I jump into my life, those memories start to play. Hey, a song comes on the radio, and there you are, baby, once again. That's me. Um, I don't, I don't know why I'm getting emotional. Because I'm not mad right now. You know, let me calm down. Cause this shit, it just hurt. I, I'm not mad anymore. I'm not mad anymore. It's just, cause I know now. I know now that I am saved. 'Cause if my mother wouldn't have felt the way that she felt, if my mother didn't feel the way that she felt, she would have allowed me to go in the industry, and I would have. There's no telling where I would be at. So her sinister ways actually saved me. But it's just that every time when I hear Toni Braxton and I see her on TV, I'm like, you shouldn't even exist. Like, you wouldn't even exist. And then on top of that, for my sister to tell my daughter that, like, there will be no Toni Braxton. Toni Braxton is a reject of your mother. For my sister to tell my daughter that, my daughter looking at me with her mouth glassed open, like, because my mother, everybody, my whole family compares me to Toni Braxton. And I'm like, no, even though Toni Braxton's older than me, she's, you know, my whole family calls me Toni. And I'm not envious of Toni Braxton. I'm glad that she made it. That's her thing. But it's like I just to have that opportunity in your hands, and it was right there. To have Mario in your house. To have Mario, the singer Mario, in your house, and the manager that is managing him wants to manage you, and your mother fucked that up. And now you look at Mario and he's rich and famous. And that's the same man that was sitting in your living room. And you and him supposed to have gotten discovered together, and your mother fucked that up. And then for Babyface to actually hear me sing and be like, I want her, and your mother fucked that up. All because it wasn't her. And my daughter was like, I don't know how you can like your mother. I don't know how you can like my grandmother at that point. And don't get me wrong, for many, 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 many years, I've felt some type of way about my mother. So now that I have awakened, um, I realize that even though things happen the way that they happen, she was actually saving me when I didn't know it, and she didn't know it. Because she thinking, okay, if I can't do it, she ain't going to do it. But it was more. You can see, you can feel the intensity of why. And now to know that she saved me is like, well, thank you. Even though it was, and it goes to show you that life really do work in mysterious ways. The most craziest thing that can happen in your life, the most craziest disappointments that you have in your life, and this is the moral of the story. Your most greatest disappointments, your most greatest letdowns could actually be saving you and you don't know it. Like something that you always wanted, something that you always desire. It might be at the palm of your hand, but it don't work out. And then you will find out later on that your desire and what you always wanted wasn't even meant for you. So I realize now, after 30 years later, that you know, she saved me when she didn't know she was. So when you got people in your life that is intentionally hurting you, was intentionally doing things, or y'all would call stopping your blessings or whatever, sometimes when Christ is working for you, sometimes you're gonna get hurt in the process. Because I was gravely hurt at these opportunities that I had. I had many more opportunities. They only two, music wise. I ain't talking about educational wise. But sometimes when people come into your life and stop you from something, there's always a reason. It's a reason to everything. So I realize now that, and thank y'all for the gifts. I'm so busy talking because I'm just venting. I'm just venting right now. So if I'm not reading the comments, I'm in my feelings. I'm in the zone. So just I wanted to come on here and vent because I know some of y'all might. Um, Thank you, Essential. So I wanted to come on here and vent because I don't know what y'all going through in y'all life, but I wanted to come on here and vent. So that case, if any of y'all is going through something in your life right now, like y'all really want something, or y'all really desire something, and y'all feel like it's something in the way, or it's people in the way, or something in the way, a lot of times what we want and what we desire is not meant for us in this timeline. It's not meant for us in this lifetime. Because I would have done anything to be a singer. I would have done anything. So the fact that it wasn't my time, Christ had to show me in a way that I didn't like. So the fact that my mother had a jealous spirit in her, and to this day, my so to this day, my mother, I know my mother loves me. I know she do. But I know she's a little icky when it comes down to my music and things like that. So we are put in families for a reason. And when things don't work out in your life, when you get great disappointments, eventually it's going to get revealed why that did not work out. Why that was a great disappointment. And I'm grateful that my mother is jealous. Even though I'm still, I ain't gonna lie, I I'm over it. It just that it hit me tonight when I heard, because my sister really don't like me. My sister shows it. Everybody that knows me, my sister do not like me. My sister hates my fucking guts. And for her to say all of this tonight, it's like, shit, I hate me too. Shit, I was discovered by Babyface. I could have had a record deal with 14. I could have had a record deal prior to that. And for her to not, I can understand. It's like, shit, I hate my ass too if I was a sister. But it just that she don't understand what else I went through in the background. She only saw that, but she didn't see everything else. She didn't see none of that. Because if my sister, I believe that if my sister could trade shoes with me, she would. Even though she, even though she hates me, she down me, she do everything. But if my sister could trade shoes with me, she would. But if my sister could see what's behind the curtain of what she saw, she wouldn't last 2 minutes. She wouldn't last. She would be like, damn. She would actually apologize. She might apologize and be like, I didn't know you were going through that, sis. I've been hating you all. I believe that if she was to actually get a full be in my shoes for 1 minute and see and feel and go through everything that I went through in my life, she would be like, oh my God, I did not know. Like, I've hated you all my life and did not know that you were going through that. Even though you had spotlights in your life. You know, I had great, don't get me wrong, musically, but everything else was fucked up. It was because of my Bell's palsy, my life was very traumatizing. Very traumatizing. And she didn't know what I was going through. No one knew what I was going through with that. No one knew. But my mother had an idea, but my sister had no clue. So I why you want me? My sister's not. I don't I don't think that I don't think that me and my sister would be able to talk. I don't think me and my sister will ever be able to talk because um I don't think me and my sister would be able to talk because my sister at this point is the hate is so dense. Can you please just look directly at the camera, please? I'm almost done, please. What the fuck? I don't even know what that means, but I'm gonna block your ass. I don't even know what he meant by that. I'm gonna block his ass just for saying that, because I don't know what the fuck that meant. I don't know. But anyway, no, because I saw the comment. I'm like, what is he talking about? But I just want to let y'all know that I don't want to get on here and be all sad on the second day of May. But I had some deep reflections with my sister here, and I just want to let y'all know that when you are saved and anointed through Christ, you're gonna go through a lot of things in your life that you're not gonna want. And when you are saved through Christ, and when you are anointed through Christ, you are going to be put in situations that is going to be hard for you to understand and fathom at the moment. Because even though my mother was jealous and she did the shit that she did, she to me, I would think, okay, even though I'm mad and jealous that my daughter getting all these opportunities and I'm not, because I'm a singer too, but if she make it, then I'm gonna make it. If she make it, then we still gonna be rich. Because that's my daughter. My daughter gonna take it. You would think that she would think that way too. She was like, nah. If I don't make it, she ain't. She didn't even think about, well, if she make it and get her foot in the door, then she can get my foot in the door. Or at least if she become rich, I know she gonna. She didn't. That never registered. You know what I'm saying? None of the second, like any other thoughts register. Like if she's my daughter, she gonna take care of me regardless. She can put me on a song easily. None of that registered. Like you ain't even think about that shit. And for that to not register in, that lets you know that it was strong in the way that she felt. Like if I ain't getting it, she ain't. It ain't no she put me on. It's if I don't get it and we don't get it together, she ain't getting it at all. And this is why a lot of chosen ones have the families that they have. A lot of chosen ones have a lot of disappointing families. A lot of chosen ones are being put in situations that would disappoint them. That were because the shit that I went through in my life, I could have easily been a drug addict. I could have been lost and in the sauce. I could have been anything. I I don't. My daughter literally told me tonight, "Ma, I don't know how you were in your sane mind. I don't know how you did it. I don't either. I don't either. To go through hell with people outside of your home and for your own mother to be undercover jealous of you is a hell of a life. Now, don't get me wrong. When I come in the house, outside of home was hell, but inside of home, it was peaceful. Cause I'm with my mother, my father, my brother, my little sister at the time. But even though it was peaceful at home, my mother still had a little jealousy in her heart when it came down to my opportunities. But I know she loved me and she did the best that she could. But at the end of the day, if I don't get ahead, she don't get ahead. And then to have your sister grow up and hate you and be jealous of you. And then realizing that your own fucking mother hated you. Not hated you, but jealous of. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck? And then you got to go outside and have people not like you because of the way you look, and have people not like you because you can sing. Like, I don't know, I'm trying to tell y'all, I don't know how I made it. Well, I know how I made it now. I know how I made it, but I don't know how. I wouldn't even want y'all to be in my shoes. That's why I say each and every last one of us, we have our own individual life. And when we look at other people's lives and they shining and glowing and all of this shit, like a lot of people would trade their whole soul to be in Beyonce's shoes or to be in Rihanna's shoes or to be in these famous people's shoes. But we only see the spotlight. We don't see what's behind the curtain, right? So that goes to show you that no matter what we're going through in life, we really never know what's going on. So my thing is that we need to master our own lives and get to know who we are. Because a lot of things that is going on in your life right now that is disappointing you, that is hurting you, and you can't get ahead for some reason, eventually you're going to get the answers to why. Because sometimes a lot of the things that we want, a lot of the things that we think we want or we need or we think we need, it's not in our purpose to have. And eventually you're going to get the answer. And a lot of us ain't going to like the answer. A lot of us do get the answers, but we don't want to hear the answers, so we're going to go along with it anyway. You know? So it's like I've opened and made myself aware to the fact that, you know what? I believe now at this point in my life, the way that I am right now, at this point in my life, I don't know what it is yet. I don't know what it is yet, but I know that Christ got something in stores for me that is way deeper than music, that is way deeper than money, that is way deeper than fame. Whatever Christ got in stores for me, I know that I am anointed and I know that I am on this earth for a reason that is so much more deeper and serious than what I want. You know? Because what I want, what Christ got in stores for me, I would have never fathomed that that's what it was. It's like, and then when you get revealed why you are really here, and when you get revealed who you really are and your real true purpose, when you look back at everything that you wanted and everything that you needed, it's like bubble gum. It's like it's bubble gum. Cause I want to be a singer. I want to be rich. I want to take care of my family. I want what I want. But what Christ got in store for me, it's when you look back, it's like, damn, what I wanted. And it goes to show you that Christ put us on a pedestal. We are on pedestals. We got crowns. And the fact that we are on a pedestal and we have crowns and we got statues of our greatness, the little things that you think you want and need right now, it doesn't measure up to who you really are. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't measure up. Because when I finally get revealed to why I'm really truly indeed here, to why what my purpose really is, and when I look at what I've been striving for and stressing about and crying for, it's like you're gonna feel dumb. Like, damn, that's why I'm really here. And then when you think back at everything that you wanted, everything you desired, everything that you stressed about, everything that you turned gray-haired about, you cried about, you wondered about, you daydreamed about, when Christ finally revealed to you and through you why you are here, it's like you're gonna feel dumb, like, cause what Christ have in stores for us is something that we don't even know that we're capable of doing. What Christ got in stores for you is something that you can't even fathom. Your mind can't even fathom why you are really here. Your mind can't even fathom of your true purpose. That's how great it is. It's greater than you can comprehend. But we only desire and we only want what we can comprehend. I can comprehend being a singer. I can comprehend being rich, famous, having a mansion, living my best life. I can comprehend I can comprehend that. But what is really truly in stores for me is beyond my comprehension. So when it get revealed to me and it get revealed through you, it's almost like, is it real? Like, I'm capable? That what? And it's like, I now know for a fact that what Christ have in stores for me, I gotta have a new mind. I gotta have a certain kind of consciousness to deal and to see and be revealed what Christ really do indeed have in stores for me. In order for Christ to reveal through me and to me my true purpose and my true anointed reasons of being here, I have to be in a different conscious. Because I know that if I were to get revealed right now, my mind couldn't even I can't even fathom it right now. I am not able right now. Being as woke as I am right now, being as woke as I am, and I'm a woke sister, I still cannot fathom of my purpose of being here. I cannot fathom of my mission of being here. I can't fathom what Christ has in store for me. I can't fathom that. I can't daydream it. I can't fathom it. I can't wonder it. I can't think of it. Because even though my conscious level is up there, we are supernatural. We are magical beings. And the fact that I am as bright as I am, I still can't fathom the greatness that Christ knows that I am. I can't fathom how much anointed that I am. And it's like, wow. And it's like, it makes you want to just sit back and just give thanks. Like, thank you for bringing these negative people into my life. Thank you for having these jealous souls around me. Thank you for having these people around me that fucked me up. Because it took hell to get me to know my anointing. I could have had yes men all around. I could have had yes people all around me. Yes, 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 yes. Who would have known where I would have been at? Because come find out, the Face Records was actually robbing their audience, was actually robbing their artists. They robbed Toni Braxton's ass. Toni Braxton, when she first went bankrupt, they robbed her. The record label robbed her of $30+ million. So if I would have got that deal, I probably would have been robbed too. They robbed TLC. They robbed Toni Braxton. They was robbing their own artists. So it's like, damn, I was saved. And didn't even know it. But at the time, I was pissed off. I was mad as a bitch. Like, you stopping me from my goals. You stopping me from becoming a singer. I'm mad. I got hatred in my motherfucking heart at this point. And meanwhile, that could have been me fucked up. Like, what? I don't know whether to hate her ass or to give thanks to her. Like, you know what, man? Thank you for being jealous. Thank you for holding me back. You know, I don't know whether to be happy or sad about the shit. It's like, thank you for being jealous. Thank you for holding me back from my life. Thank you for holding me back from my happiness. Thank you for holding me back from my true dreams. You know, thank you. I don't know whether to thank her ass or to smack the shit out of her ass. But I'm trying to tell you, life is very mysterious. Life is very mysterious. And Christ works in mysterious ways. And we just gotta wake up to know that your greatest disappointments could be your greatest revelations. And the reason why I still sometimes I get emotional. I don't get emotional all the time, but I get emotional sometimes because when I look at my life, I know what type of singer I would have been. I ain't gonna lie. I had a whole image. Cause honestly, I don't even like Toni Braxton no more. I don't even like singing her songs. It got to the point where as though I started singing her songs when she first came out. People used to say to me, "You sound just like her, though. Won't you sound like yourself?" Bitch, that is me. The fuck? She sound like me. Even though she older than me. She just got discovered. Like, I was singing like this. And I used to hate that shit. I used to hate that. I used to sing songs. They would tell me, "You sound just like Toni Braxton, though. Won't you sound like Ajita?" I used to hate that. Like, come on. That is me. This is my voice. I can't help it if we sound similar. And then I would have to falsetto. Yes, Linda, I am a potty mouth motherfucker. Yes, I am. I cuss like a bitch. So if you ain't ready for that, you might as well get off of my live, Linda, because I cuss my motherfucking ass off. Yes, the fuck I do. I have a straight up dirty ass potty mouth. So I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful. At this point in my life, I just want to be revealed who I really am. I just want to reveal who I really am. And I want all of you, I want all of y'all on this live to be revealed who y'all really are. And thank y'all for the gifts again. I know. It just, you know. Thank you, KK. Don't say that because you got me over here blushing and stuff. But I want all of you. I don't wish all of you. All of you on my live is going to get revealed why you are really here. And my only advice to you, and I'm going to take this myself. My only advice, I'm going to take this advice to when you get revealed who you really are. Don't be in disbelief, because sometimes we got to go through great hell. Sometimes we got to go through great disappointment in order for us to be revealed who we really are. And when y'all finally get revealed who y'all really are, take it and love it and enjoy it. Because it took great disappointment for me to be revealed who I am today. Even though I don't know everything yet. But I had to go through that. And I'm a little girl. I'm a child, though. I'm a child. So, when y'all go through y'all great disappointment, just sit back and analyze what is going on. Because at the time, I'm only 14, 15 years old. 13, 14, 15 years old. I didn't know nothing about nothing. I just know at the time I wanted to become a singer. I wanted to do that. So, all of us is about to get revealed who we really are. This is like 94, 95. So, all of us is about to be revealed who we really are. And if you think about it, I want y'all to think about this. Look at life for what it is. Look at life for what it really is. Like, look at life is fucked up, ain't it? We getting disappointed by the day. Our president is passing new laws and shit. We got wars. We being threatened by aliens. We are threatened with our food. They threaten to take away our food and shit. Our livelihood. They threaten to take our energy. They fucking with our water. Look at life for what it is. We going through great hell right now, ain't we? We going through great hell on earth right now. Especially as a mother. We going through it. The more hell you go through, the more disappointment you go through, the more things you lose, it's only making you closer to your destination. Hey, Funky, how are you? So the more disappointments that we go through, the more hell that we go through, the more we lose, it's only pushing you towards your greatness. Because when Christ is ready to come get you, you got to come as you are. You got to come alone. You got to stand by yourself. When Christ come and get you, when Christ come and claim you, you ain't going to have nothing but you. So right now, looking at life for what it is, we are losing everything. We're losing our homes. We're losing our jobs. We're losing our money. We're losing our food. We're losing, some of us losing our damn minds. Because when Christ come, you ain't going to have nothing but your soul and your spirit left. You're going to be empty. You're going to be empty. And this is why the world is draining us. Because some of us is going to get empty and we just going to fall. The world is draining us. The earth is purposely draining us. It's almost like the world is sick. You know how when you're sick and you throw up? Your stomach is now empty. So now you got to put food in it to fill it back up. So the world, the earth is now going through a flu. It's now vomiting. It's throwing up. So right now you, spiritually, is going through a sickness right now. You're about to be empty. You're about to be empty. And the only thing you're going to have left is your soul and your spirit. You're going to lose everything. You're going to lose all your nutrition. You're going to lose everything. Your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations, your will to live. You're going to lose everything. They're going to take everything. They're going to take away our money. They're going to take away our food. They're going to take away our job. They're going to take away every fucking thing. This is what they are doing. They're making you empty. And a lot of us, we don't know how to get when we are empty. We're going to fall. A lot of us killing ourselves. But when you get empty, you ain't going to have nothing left. And a lot of people don't know how to act when they don't have nothing left. A person lose their house and they ready to kill themselves. A father just killed himself and all his kids because he lost his job. So right now, the world is draining. The world is going through a cleanse. The earth is going through a cleanse. It's getting empty. It's throwing up. It's vomiting. It's cleansing. Spiritually, we are cleansing. We are becoming empty. And we're about to get new food, new waters, new nourishment. And we're going to be brand new again as if we was never sick. You got some people that's trying to hold on to that nasty vomit. They're trying to hold on to it. You got some people that don't want to let loose. They don't want to throw up that old nasty vomit. They want to keep that toxicity in them because they like what they see. They like what they're around. So whenever they lose, they don't know what to do with themselves. But we got to get prepared to lose. Because the more you lose, you ain't going to have nothing left. And a lot of people right now in these times, they are losing. They don't have nothing left. They are waiting for a savior because they losing so much. They are waiting for a savior because they losing so much. This is why they indoctrinated us in Christianity and religion, because we're going to lose. At the end of the day, it's only going to be you. You ain't going to be able to depend on nobody. You ain't going to believe in the industry. You ain't going to believe in the churches. Look how we are losing. So the churches is literally exposing themselves right now. You got to be blind as hell to not see what the church is really here for these days. They are really revealing to us that churches is nothing but a scam. They are revealing that every other week. I see on TV how these churches is scamming people. They are sure they cleaning our asses out. It's going to get to a point you're not even going to trust your church no more. They are exposing these pastors, letting you know you're being scammed when you walk into them churches, right? But people don't want to let go of that toxicity. The first thing they say, well, my pastor don't do that. They take up for their pastor because they want that toxicity in them. They don't want to let go. The world is forcing you to let go by exposing the truth to you. You can't trust the industry. They demons. You got a lot of people don't want to believe that. They still want to have faith in Rihanna. They still want to have faith in Jay-Z. They still want to have faith in these artists. They still want to have faith in Obama and Trump. They are showing you these people in the industry, our government, they demons. Your pastor is a demon. They telling us because they want you empty. We're going through a cleanse. They are emptying your ass out till you ain't going to have no faith and no trust in nothing. All you're going to have is you. It's going to get to a point where we ain't going to have faith in nothing. We ain't going to believe in nothing. All you're going to have is you to depend on. So this is why they indoctrinated us with Christianity and religion, because it's going to get to a point where everybody on earth ain't going to have nobody to depend on. You can't even depend on your mommy and your daddy. So who else do we have to depend on? Jesus. Why do you think they indoctrinated us with that? I want y'all to think, because I'm going to go into some deep shit. They're going to empty us out to where we're going to need a savior. They're going to cleanse our asses out. We ain't going to have nothing. No one to lean on, no faith, no hope, no nothing. You're going to be totally empty. Only thing you can wait on and hope for now is Jesus to come and save you, because you're empty. No one on earth no more you have faith in knowing and no understanding it. All you can rely on now is Jesus. But if you truly wake up and learn who Christ really is, this is now the time for you to stand on your root and understand that you are being cleansed, because you are about to be revealed that you are the Christ. And the earth had to clean all that toxicity out of you in order to bring the new in. You got a lot of people that toxicity is coming out, but they don't want it. They're rejecting it. So when it finally do come out, because it's going to come out, the whole earth is going to get empty. It's called the earth cry. The whole world is going to get the rude awakening. The whole earth is going to get cleansed. So you got a lot of people that's trying to hold on. They don't want to throw up. They're trying to hold on. But eventually, you know how when you got to throw up, you do whatever you got to do to keep that shit down, because you hate throwing up, because the shit burn your throat. You hate throwing up. You try to do everything to not throw up. You walk around and shit. You lay down so your stomach won't get up. You do whatever you got to do so you won't throw up. You don't get prepared for the vomit to come up. You do whatever you got to do so it won't come up. But when it's come up, it ain't shit you can do about it because it's going to come up regardless. So right now, we're about to get the great awakening, the whole earth, and it ain't shit that we can do about it. We're about to get cleansed and empty, and ain't going to be shit that we can do about it. Some of us is already prepared. Some of us is already empty. And we just waiting for the nourishment. Some of us trying to hold on. We ain't ready yet. But when they get empty, and because they ain't gonna have no choice, they ain't gonna know what to do with themselves. That's why when this great reset happens, it's gonna be hell on earth. People ain't gonna know how to act. Because they realize their whole fucking life they've been lied to. So they only got to rely on one thing now, a savior. This is why they indoctrinated us, a savior. And they're going to look for a savior to come and save the world. To come and save them. To give them new nourishment. New food. New water. And if you look at the book of Revelations, they told you that your God is going to be living on earth with you. In the temple. And as long as you serve him and his people, you will never go hungry or thirsty no more. But it told you in Revelations that your God is going to live on earth with you in the temple. And what is going on over there right now in Jerusalem? They are building the third temple for your God to return. And you will worship him for the rest of your life. And as long as you do that, you will no longer be thirsty nor hungry anymore. But you got to worship him for the rest of your fucking life. They tell us the truth in the book. At least in Revelations. So if the Revelations is telling you that, and you got the whole world right now waiting for a savior, they waiting on Jesus. But at the same time, they building a damn temple over there in Jerusalem. They sacrificing heifers. They doing rituals. They building the temple as we speak. We know that AI is taking over. We know that the mark of the beast is coming. And at the same time, the earth is going through hell. We are getting prepared for somebody to return. Wonder who it is. Wonder who it is. It's right in our faces. We just don't want to see it. Because when you are indoctrinated so deeply and so greatly, the truth is in your face. This is why a lot of people can't wake up. This is why a lot of people, they can't see beyond the veil. Because they don't want to see it. This is the whole point of having a different consciousness. They don't want to see it. They can see that the world is basically telling you the truth. Like, y'all know Christianity and religion is not real. It basically was made up to control the slave, to keep them in control. They told us this. You know who told us this first? The Pope. The Pope that we have now actually told us. And it was on Facebook. Not Facebook. It was on TikTok. And it was on social media for a minute. And they got rid of the video. But I made a video about it. And I put my own spit on it. And they blocked my whole page. And a week later, they banned my whole fucking page. Because it went viral. The Pope told you out of his own mouth before he died. Not this new Pope. The Pope that died. And this new Pope, not him, but the one that died. He said on his dying bed that y'all are living a lie. And that Sunday is not the real day. And it was made up. And even though you are being told that it was made up, if you go with the truth, you are going to be hunted like dogs. But if you continue to worship the Sunday Sabbath like us, you will be fine and free. And I not only did I save it in my phone, but when he said it, the way he said it, he was on his dying bed. And you can tell he was in agony. And you can tell that these were his last words. Before he died, he basically told the world, y'all are being lied to. And Christianity and religion is not real. But if you go against it, you will be hunted like dogs. And if you stay with it, you will be free and fine. Yes, he did. Yes, Pope said it out of his own mouth. He said, as long as you keep the Sunday Sabbath, he said, Sunday is not the real day. He said, Christianity and religion is not real. He said it out of his own mouth. And everybody saw the video. Everybody seen it. I seen it numerous. I saved it. And I saved numerous of videos. And it just went away. It just went away. I haven't heard nobody speak about it. I made a video. Not only did I duet the video, but I stitched it. And I made another video, and that was the video that went viral. Because I stitched a part that he said, and I stitched a certain part that he said. The part that he said that Christianity and religion is not real. And if y'all don't follow with it, y'all will be hunted like dogs. I stitched that particular part. And I made a video about it. I stitched it. I got over 130,000 views on it. I was excited, but I was nervous at the same time. Because the shit that I said in that video, I shouldn't have said it on TikTok. Because I went on the deep end. I said some shit that I knew TikTok wasn't ready for people to hear. And they banned the video. Not only did they ban the stitch video, they banned the duet video, and they banned another video that I did about it. And that's, a week and a half later, my whole shit was banned. But he confessed on his dying bed. And then, on top of that, when Queen Elizabeth died, this is the freaking part, right? When Queen Elizabeth died, do y'all remember her 70th Jubilee? I remember all things. Some things I forgot. But the shit that I'm supposed to keep an eye on. I remember the Queen Elizabeth's 70th Jubilee. If you don't remember, let me remind you. Her 70th Jubilee, they had a show for her. Big ass show, right? They had her walk up to this button. When she walked up to this button, she hit it. The button was red. She hit the button. When she hit the button, it was a DNA strand that lit up. It was a DNA strand. It was curved like a DNA strand, but it was 3 lines, DNA strands. And when it stopped, it lit up a tree. The whole tree lit up. She hit the button, and the DNA strand lit up to a tree, and the whole tree lit up. And nobody knew what the fuck that meant. But your girl IG the Stone knew what that shit meant. I made a video about it. I made a video about that shit. Because no one knew what it meant. No one knew. I'm like, God damn, no one knew what it meant. They thought that it was just a tree. But they didn't know what it was. And I stitched the video and I explained in detail what it was that she just did. And they blocked that motherfucker. The first thing they did was mute it. They muted it first. When I got up to like 2,000 views, they muted it. And eventually they just said, community guidelines. Let me tell you what she did before she died. And I'm going to tell you why she died. See, Queen Elizabeth is a demon. And before she died, you know the real reason why they broke the wand? See, Queen Elizabeth is a reincarnated demon. But she's been here for so many centuries and centuries and centuries until she feeds off of other people's consciousness, right? So what happened was that the reason why they broke the wand when she died, because they couldn't find another body in time, because she's basically like a vampire. So they couldn't find another entity that she can take over. So the fact that she died, she would never come back to life again. She is now eternal in hell. She would never have life again. That's why they broke the wand, because they couldn't find another being for her body to take over. Why you think her husband was damn near 100 years old, and every day they can't get a body anymore because these entities are growing too old. Her husband, his eyeballs were sitting down here. The motherfucker had like 18 heart transplants because they couldn't find bodies. These kind of vampires got to have certain kind of body that they have to have. They just can't have any kind of body. These certain vampires have to have certain kind of body to take over. They got to have certain kinds of soul. They couldn't find none in time. So when she died, she would never come alive again. So they broke the wand. That means that's the end of her. She would never be on earth again. She would never have life. She's dead. There will never be another Queen Elizabeth ever again for the rest of eternal life, because she's dead. Now, if they would have found another body in time, she would have disappeared for a while, and then she would have came back to life. She would have came out of nowhere. She would have still been old, but she would have had youth to her. Because you know, a vampire, they got to have certain kind of blood. But with these vampires, it's not about the blood. It's about the energy and the spirit that they need to keep them afloat. So she's dead. So the fact that there will never be another Queen Elizabeth, there will never be another her, they had to break the wand because the spell is now broken. Because they had to do spells on these people, that body they take over. So the spell is now broken. There will never be another spell, because they couldn't find a being in time. So Queen Elizabeth will be dead for the rest of eternity. So on her 70th Jubilee, when she hit that button and you saw that light glow up the way that it did, the DNA strand, she basically told us that it's going to be a new being, a new type of being with a certain kind of DNA, a new kind of DNA that's going to come on this earth, and they are going to start the new tree of life. And this was before AI even got discovered. So what she did was she lit up a DNA strand, and that had a DNA line going straight through it. She basically lit up the new tree of life. So that means that it's going to be new beings and new entities that is going to come on earth, that's going to have a new kind of DNA, a new kind of bloodline, a new kind of group of people that's going to start their own particular tree of life. And now look what we are coming into. We are coming into AI. We are coming into transhumanoids, and we are coming into humanoids. That is the new DNA strand that's going to start the new tree of life, because we are part of the old tree of life. They cut our shit down. Now they building a new tree of life. This is why you got the humanoids about to take over. The transhumanoids. See, we are humans. We are Homo sapien beings. We are humans. Now they are creating humanoids. Transhumanoids. AI robots. This is the new tree of life. They're going to have a new bloodline, a new DNA, a new type of being. They won't be human beings. This is how I know that Christ is returning, because no one knows when Christ promised us, I will return at the end of the human generation. Christ never gave us a time nor a day. Christ said, I am going to return at the end of the human generation. No man know the day or the hour, but they know the season. And right now we are coming at the end of the human generation, because now we got humanoids and AI robots and transhuman. So now we know that we are in the season that Christ is returning, because the end of mankind is here. This is how I know Christ is on its way. Because the human man is about to decease. Mankind is being destroyed. Time is speeding up. The veil is being lifted. Truth is being revealed. Humans are waking up. We're in a new age now. Christ is here. And look at what's coming towards us. The end of mankind. We got a new DNA here. We got a new tree of life being created and built. We got new kinds of people that is coming here. So, this is how I know we're going to know the season. The season is here. Mankind is being destroyed. And the fact that mankind is being destroyed, Christ is coming for his people. Because if Christ don't come and get his people, then that means that this new world that we are heading into is going to take over all of us, because there's nothing we can do about it. If the Antichrist come on this earth right now, it's nothing that we can do about it. They can break into our homes, tie us up. They can put needles in us against our will. There's nothing we can do about it. So they can make us into transhumanoid without even us knowing, without our permission. They can force us to do it. They're trying to do it now through the food and the water. But Christ is going to return before it gets its people. This is why we gotta stay strong. Don't give in. Because it's going to be a lot of things that the son, because if you are a chosen one, if you are a child of Christ, you are the son. It's millions of sons. Jesus Christ is not the Son of God. There's no such thing as the S-O-N of God. You are the S-U-N of Christ. There's no such thing as a son of God. There's no such thing as a God. Who we really are, God don't even exist. God was created. When you think of a God, you think of a leader. You think of a Lord. You think of a dictator. Where we come from, there is no Lord. There is no king. You are the king. You are the goddess. You are the king. You are the queen. You are the God. You are everything. You are everything, everywhere, all at once. There's no such thing as a God. God was created here to keep you in control. So right now, we are in the season that Christ is returning, and Christ is already here. Because if you awaken enough, you're going to see Christ. You got a lot of people that can't see. All you got to do is look at the people. Christ is going to reveal himself through his people. God was created. There's no such thing as a God. There's no such thing as a God. God is really a pagan name. You know how when you celebrate all these pagan ass holidays, when you worship a God, that is pagan. Even Jesus Christ said out of his own mouth, you worship and serve no man. When you worship a God, you worship a man. Because the man that Jesus Christ who you worship, or whoever God you worship, is a person. So God was created. Because who we really are, where we really came from, think about this, people. I want y'all to think about this. We got magical powers. We got magical powers. We are magical supernatural beings. We got the power of telepathy. We got the power of telekinesis. That's just two of the little powers that we have. We got infinite powers, right? But if we got the power of telepathy, which means that we can communicate through the mind without even speaking, where did language come from? If we can speak through our minds, why do we need a language? If we can speak through our minds, why do we need a God to actually worship when God will be in our minds? God will be through our bodies. God will be in our consciousness. I want y'all to think about this because a lot of us don't think that deep. If we are telepathy beings, I want y'all to think, because a lot of y'all, I'm not saying y'all, but a lot of people, they can't think that deep. They can't fathom their minds to go that deep. If we are telepathy beings, and that means that we can communicate through the mind. That means right now, if I'm talking to Telly, I don't got to say nothing right now. Telly can read what's in my mind. I can read what's on Telly's mind. We can communicate through the mind without saying right now. Like right now, I ain't saying nothing. But Telly understands and read everything that I'm thinking and saying. And we having a whole conversation. And I'm sitting here ain't saying nothing. Me and Telly having a whole conversation. And y'all don't even know what the fuck we talking about. But me and Telly, we just conversating right now. Then that was some great gossip, wasn't it, Telly girl? Shit. I ain't even gonna tell people what we were talking about. So where do language come from? Language was created because when these beings invaded us, they couldn't read our minds. So they created a language for us so they can understand what the fuck we talking about. When they invaded us, they knew that we were the gods. They knew that we had all control. So they created a god and said, nah, that God is in control. That's how powerful we were. Everything was created. So they took away our real sun. They took away our real moon. They took away our fountain of youth. They took away our immortality. They took away everything that made us powerful and supernatural and made us deep and dumb. Put us in a great deep amnesia state. And while we don't know nothing, because they took everything that make us know, they said, no, that's your God right there. That's your God. And by us being dumb now, because they took everything that make us who we are, we don't know, because we are now dead in the mind. Because they took everything that kept us alive to us for no. So we are zombies now. That's your God right there. That's who you worship. This is now your language. Learn it. So now we got a language. They can understand and they know what we are talking about now. But right now, y'all didn't know what me and Telly was talking about. Did they understand what we were talking about, Telly? We had a whole conversation for that minute. They didn't know what we were talking about. And to this day, they would never know what man you had in that little 1 minute conversation. Would they, Telly? No, they would not. They would not. Y'all would never know what me and Telly were just talking about for that 1 minute. But if I actually talk to Telly right now, y'all understand and hear every fucking thing I'm saying to her. Because it was created that way. Oh, Miss Hep, I just saw that. You in the conversation too. Y'all feel me? Y'all get it now? I'm trying to explain it for everybody that can't get it. So this is why language was created. This is why God was created. Because they had to put us in a state of being where they have control over us. Because we are supernatural and super powerful beings. They had no control. So if they take us away from everything that made us powerful, made us supernatural, they take everything away from us and they put us in a dumb, zombie-like state of mind, they can rearrange us and program us to think how they want us to think. Give us a language. Give us a God. Everything is opposite. They gave us a language. We don't speak. We don't have to. They gave us a God. We don't want you to God. Everything is opposite of what it is. This whole timeline, this whole life that we are living, this whole dimension, this whole realm is the complete opposite of who we are. This is why we are in hell. Because this hell rate that we are in is totally opposite of who you are. Who you are a God. Who you are a goddess. Who you are is supernatural and super powerful. Who you are is you stand on a pedestal where you are worshipped every day of your life. Who you are, you never die. Who you are young forever. But here we die. We don't have eternal life. You grow old. You grow gray. You have a God. You are a slave. You know nothing. Total opposite of who you are. It's a mirror. Y'all get it now? I know y'all get it. But all the new ones that is on my life, do y'all get it now? This is why we are in hell. We are nowhere near where we supposed to be. We are nowhere near who we are. They took everything. Took everything. And some still will never get it, you love. Some will never get it. And it's not that they can't get it. They don't want to get it. Because they have been indoctrinated so deep until me talking this way, their mind is not going to fathom that. It's like, no, I'm not Christ. I'm not a God. I'm not a goddess. I'm not anointed. I'm not the Messiah. I'm not Christ. Yes, you are. You own all this. This whole earth is yours. We are living in a world where God that's calling itself a God took over our shit, or our earth, our world, and said, no, this is mine. This is how they gonna come into the United States. And they can, another country, another race of people can come into our country and invade our country and say, we're gonna take over your country. Put us in bootleg camps and shit. Kill our ass, tie us up, make us into slaves. We can get invaded in this country right now. They can come over here and say, we're going to take over your country. And once they take over, if we allow them to take over, they're going to give us a new language. We're going to have stricter rules. The ones that are going to be disobedient, they're going to put us in training camps. Because they took over. And that's what they did to us. When they invaded our planet, they took over. And they always been here. They never left. Because until this day, they still got a lot of us under control. They never left. They are still the gods to this day. There is no such thing as a God. You are a God, if you want to put it that way. You are a goddess. You are Christ. You are the anointed. You are the energy that they need. But they know that they can never be you. They know they can never take your energy away. So if they put you in a lie, they mess your mind up and make you forget that you are Christ. Make you forget that you are the Messiah. To make you forget that you are the anointed. If they make you forget that, you will never know. Because if you remember that you are the real indeed Christ, that you are the truth, that you are the real Messiah, why the fuck would you worship a God? Why would you worship a God? If you know at this point that you are Christ, that you are the Messiah, you are the truth, you are the true indeed Son, why would you worship a God? There's no need to. You think when Jesus Christ was on earth, once he got awakened, do you think that Jesus Christ actually worshiped the God at that time once he became awakened? Why do you think they assassinated him? Because he was trying to wake people up to let them know, ye are gods. That means you are God. And he wanted to wake people up, not to be like him. He didn't want people to be like him. I can't get people to be like me. There's only one Ajita. But I can help you be your best self. I can help you reach your higher self. I can help you reach your anointed self. I can't help you be like me. You can't be like me. But you can be the best of you. You can be your highest you. You can be your Christ you. You can be your holy you. I can teach you how to get there. So Jesus Christ never wanted people to be like him. Because you can't be like Jesus. You don't even have the same purpose as Jesus. You don't even have the same mission as Jesus. You might not even have the same powers of Jesus. So how are he going to teach you to be just like him? He was teaching you the fundamentals of what it is to be Christ, to know Christ. He was teaching you how to get out of this matrix, systematic, fucked up place that we at. And people to this day, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear it. Because you are the true indeed Son. So what I try to get people to do is, I don't want nobody to be like me. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't want nobody to be like me anyway. Because if you actually walked a day in my shoes, you would be like, damn, Jeter. I don't know how you making it. I wouldn't even want nobody to walk in my shoes. Imagine what Jesus went through. Can you imagine that? Don't even think about the crucifixion part. Think about the part once he became awakened and he's trying to wake people up. Imagine what he went through. You know how many names I've been called? Imagine what that man went through trying to wake people up. Imagine before he became awakened how he was. See, they don't talk about Jesus in that way yet. The only part about Jesus that they talk about is once he became awakened. But they did say that he was a carpenter. But they never give you no true identification or no true details on how he was before he left, before those 40 days and 40 nights. People really think that Jesus starved himself for 40 days and 40 nights. That's not what happened during those 40 days. During those 40 days, God went up the mountains by himself in pure peace. And for the first time, he separated himself from the world. And he allowed himself to open up. And when I became awakened, I was separated from the world. Because this was during the pandemic. I was separated from the world. I had no distractions. I wasn't working. I wasn't doing nothing. I became awakened in my bedroom by myself. I had separated myself from the world. No distractions. Just me and Christ. And for 40 days and 40 nights, Jesus allowed Christ to work through him. And when he came down that mountain after those 40 days and 40 nights, he was a new man because he had a new consciousness, a new awakening, and have a new understanding and knowing in life. And all he wanted to do was show the people and tell the people what he experienced up that mountain. And he did it. And he became a great influential man, powerful man. So people would believe in him. And they was actually studying him. And they were taught by him. And people actually did it. They learned and they understood it and they became awakened by him. He was a great teacher. So what they did was they lied about him. Tried to mess up his image. Tried to say that he came out of a virgin woman. Do y'all really think that a God Almighty... How many of y'all came out of a virgin woman? Your mother had to get fucked in order to get you created. But for some reason, Jesus came out of a virgin woman. I ain't gonna go there. Cause no, I ain't gonna go there. But what I'm saying is, cause a lot of people, a lot of people, they be like, no, I don't want to go there yet. I go there when I get my edible in me. Cause I'm gonna give me some edible. Cause if I had my edible in me, I wouldn't give a damn. If I had my edible in me right now, y'all would be like, all right, that's enough, Jeter. That's enough. But the fact that I'm sober, I can control what I was about to say. But if I had my edible in me, shit, my soul, I have a very rebellious soul. My soul don't care. Something I gotta stop her sometimes. Like, look, girl, hold up. That's why I went through 12 pages on TikTok. If I get banned right now on TikTok, if I create another page, that would be my 13th page. And I can see why they banned me. I ain't gonna be naive. I can see why they banned my little ass. I can see why. Because I'm an enemy to the Christians. Christians and religious people do not like me. And that's who been gotten me banned. They don't like me. Christian and religious people do not like me. My mother know I'm going to hell. My mother know I'm going to hell. My father knows I'm in the occult. You can't tell my father I'm not in no occult. Like, you in a cult. Like, I ain't no motherfucking occult. I ain't no damn, no club, no cult. What the hell you talking about? My mother like, you better change your ways, girl. You going to hell. And I tell my mother, no, you the one about to go to hell. You are being leaded straight to hell and you don't even know it. And my mother think just because she's my mother, she can say whatever the fuck she want to say to me. You going to hell. Like, no, man, you actually going to hell. You keep worshiping and praising. You're the one that, you're the one going to hell. You going to hell right now. Hey, Truly. How are you? Well, I'm going to tell you this now. If my mother is right, that I'm going to hell, and I'm going to tell you this, you ain't ready. Because you got the right name. You got the right name. You is not ready. You got the right name. If I know that I'm going to hell by the way that I think and what I know, I'd rather go to hell than to worship and serve a God for the rest of my eternal life. I'd rather go to hell. At least I don't got to worship nobody in hell. Because they tell you in the book, you're going to have to worship. for the rest of your eternal life in order to eat, in order to drink. You got to worship. No one knows what worship means. No one knows what worship means. Like, if you're in a relationship with a man, right, and you worship this man, what do you do to show that man that you worship him? For every day of your relationship with this man, you worship the ground this man walks on, right? I want y'all to think about it in this way. You a man or a woman, and you worship your lover. You worship your lover. And for every day in that relationship, you are going to show your lover how you worship and love him the way, or love her the way that you do. What are you going to do every single day in that relationship to show your lover how much you love him and adore him and worship his ass or her ass? What would you do in that relationship to show your lover that you worship him or her? What would you do in that relationship? What would you do? Think about it in that way. Think about it. What would you do to your lover, or what would you do for your lover to show your lover every day that you worship the ground he or she walks on? You're going to make sure that everything that they want, they get. You're going to basically be the provider of their every need. You're going to cook whatever they need to be fed. You're going to make sure that their happiness is your only priority. You're going to do things that you don't even want to do just to make sure they're happy. So if you worship that man right now, and you know you can't get it all the way down that throat, you're going to try your damnedest to get it at least to hear, to show him how much you love and worship him. Because you want to do everything that you can do so that he can stay home and stay with you, because you worship the ground he walk on. You're going to try to take that 13-inch down your fucking throat. And even though you really don't want to put it in your mouth at all, but you worship this man. You idolize this man. You will worship the ground that bitch walk on till you will actually try that shit. And you really don't want to do it. You really don't do that shit. But you'll do it to him, though, because you worship him. You're going to try to at least get it down to the tonsil. You might choke. You might gag. But you worship that motherfucker. So you're going to do shit that you don't want to do. Because you worship him. You idolize him. You'll worship the ground he walk on because you love him so much. And that's how you're going to do your God. That's how you're going to do that God when he come on this earth. You're going to worship and idolize him every day of your life and do shit that you don't even want to do. Just to show him that you worship him. You idolize him. You adore him. You are grateful and indebted to him. You're going to go against yourself because you worship him. And he's going to tell you, this God is going to tell you what you got to do in order to show him that you worship him. A lot of that shit, you ain't going to want to do that shit. But you're going to do it. Because if you don't do it, you are basically showing this God, you don't worship me. Because if you worship me, you would do this. You know how when you were 13 and 14 years old and you had your little first crush, and the first thing, if your crush wanted a kiss, they would do that little manipulation. But if you really love me, if you really my boyfriend, you would let me kiss you. You know what they used to say when we were kids? When you was a virgin and you finally met the boyfriend or the girlfriend of your dreams, and they be like, look, if you really love me, you would let me do it to you. If you really love me, you will let me take your virginity. And you be like, I really don't want to. I'm not ready. I'm just not ready to let you fuck me. But eventually, you love him. You got to prove to him you love him. You're going to open up them legs wide. Because you love him. Even though you really didn't want to do it, but you love him. And you want him to stay there. You want him to be happy. And that's how this God is going to be. This God is going to make you do things you don't want to do. But that's his way of you showing him that you worship him, you idolize him. You're going to go against yourself. And that's what Jesus Christ was trying to teach us, not to go against yourself. Matter of fact, that's the first rule in the Ten Commandments. What's the first law? The first law in the Ten Commandments. To all my Christians that is in my life right now, what is the first law in the Ten Commandments? Now, I'm not a Christian nor religious woman. I know the first law in the Ten Commandments. What is the very first law in the Ten Commandments? No other God but me. That's the first law in the Ten Commandments. No other gods come before me. That means no other God come before you. That means you are a God. No one comes before you. Because you are a God. No man, no one comes before you. You. And when you worship this God, you got to put everything in the back of you. Why? Say it, you love. You love on her shit today. Because he's a jealous God. I'm jealous that you are better than me. I'm jealous that you are the real, true, indeed God. I'm jealous that you got more power than me. I'm jealous that you have eternal life. I'm jealous that you are Christ. I'm jealous that you are the Messiah. I'm jealous. So you got to put me before you. And it tells you in the Holy Bible, you got to forsake yourself in order to go with this God. You got to forsake yourself in order to get to heaven. You got to put all of Jesus Christ, all of God needs ahead of you. You got to forsake your fucking self in order to go to heaven. You got to forsake yourself. Don't go by your own understanding. Don't go by your own knowing. You got to fucking say fuck you to yourself in order to go to heaven. But in the Ten Commandments, it say, no man, no God come before me. But this God is telling you, you got to say, fuck yourself in order to worship him and go to him. So the truth always been in our face. We just got to awaken to it. The truth always been in our face. We just have to awaken to it. And you got the people that's been reading that same scripture for all their life and still don't understand what the fuck that means. That's why when you read the Bible, you got to have great understanding and knowing when you read the Bible. Because you can't take each word literally. You got to read in the word. You got to go in between the word. You got to go inner and outer and over the word. The word is not saying what it's really saying. What up, Dave? Thank you, Tally. I'm trying to tell you, y'all on y'all shit. I mean, y'all really on y'all shit. Y'all really on y'all shit tonight. Pat yourself on the back. Cause y'all, I mean, the energy is working through y'all tonight. You love and Tally, y'all on y'all shit. Y'all better start making videos. It's always been in our faces. And that's the thing, truly yours. A lot of us don't know how to think. Being a critical thinker is a superpower. Having common sense is a superpower. Having a mind nowadays is a superpower. I mean, Telly, you love, y'all really on y'all shit. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all really on y'all shit. KK, I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all are more powerful than what y'all know. And it's crazy because, like I said, when they write it in the Bible. See, my thing is this: when I talk about the Bible, the thing about it is that what I don't like about the Bible, this is why I don't read it anymore. It's not that everything in the Bible is not true, because some of the things in the Bible is true. The majority of the stuff that's in the Bible is not true. It's fabricated. It's truth mixed in with lies. It's lies mixed in with truth. So whenever I read the Bible, it's so cryptic and it's so metaphorical until it's like, why I gotta go through all of this just to get direct answers? And then the wording that they use, it's like, why I gotta go through all? Just say the shit directly. Instead of putting no God come before me. Because a lot of people, when they read the first rule of the Ten Commandments, they think that God is saying no God come before him. Like there's no God that comes before him. Like he's the only God that you worship. Don't worship no other gods but him. He's the only real God. But that's not what that means. And the fact that we have been indoctrinated to think that way. When somebody that comes and tell you the opposite, you're not going to believe that. If you were to go to somebody and say, no, the first rule in the Ten Commandments is that you are God and no God or no man come before you. That means even the God of this earth don't come before you. You come before that God. That means you put yourself first. You know how they will call you a blasphemous? But that's really what the first rule in the Ten Commandments is telling you. But it's like we have been indoctrinated so deeply. Oh, I didn't even realize I was on this live for 2 hours. What time is it? Oh, shit. I didn't know it was this late. Y'all got me on here just rambling and rambling and rambling and rambling and rambling. I didn't even know it was this late. Well, I'm trying to tell you, I lose track of time. I didn't even know what time it was. I don't even know what that. It's going on 3:30 in the morning. I don't even. Golly. Well, this is what I will do. Oh, a lot of y'all is on different time. It's on different time. Okay, but I didn't know it was this late. But yeah. What I'm gonna do now is, I didn't know it was this late. What I will say is that before I get off of this live now, when you read the Bible, don't take every word literally. Some of the stories in there is fabricated. Some of the stories in there are not true. It's made. What I will say is, some of the stories, well, a lot of the stories that is in the Bible, it's not what absolutely happened, but they created a story instead of giving you the real story. Like the story of Adam and Eve, I don't believe that that's a real story. I believe that something else happened, but they created the Adam and Eve story instead of telling us what really happened. I don't believe the story of Noah's Ark. I don't believe that that's really what happened. I believe that it was other things that happened during that time era that they kept hidden, and they only told us what they wanted us to know. I'm not going to get into it because that's going to be another hour or another 30 minutes, and I don't want to do it. But I believe that the Noah's Ark story is completely fabricated. I don't believe that story at all. I don't believe the Adam and Eve story at all. I don't even believe that it was Eve that ate the apple. I believe Adam ate the apple. I don't even believe it was an apple. I believe that it was Adam that ate the apple. This is what I believe. I'm just gonna give y'all my quick perception before I get off of this live. I believe, because I'm not gonna go in deep detail because it's not a long story. But what I believe is that The serpent represents truth. Because right now we are in the year of the white horse. We're in the year of the fire horse. Last year we was in the year of the serpent. So I believe that the snake was the truth, but it wasn't really a snake. I don't believe that it was a real snake that exists at that tree. I believe that the snake was consciousness. Because the snake means truth. Christ means truth. And when you grow wiser in consciousness, you're going to know the truth. You're going to be more educated, right? So I believe that it wasn't really a snake, but they use a snake as a subliminal way of saying consciousness, truth. So what I believe is that Eve, consciousness, was more greater than Adam's. And I believe that when Adam and Eve went to that tree, her consciousness was able to eat the apple or whatever fruit that it was. But when Adam ate the apple, he couldn't get it in because he wasn't meant to be the anointed one. This is why we're living in a world with a man God. I believe whatever fruit or whatever it was on that tree that Adam and Eve tried to eat, when Adam ate that apple or fruit or whatever it was, he couldn't digest it because it wasn't meant for him. That's why it got stuck in the throat. That's why men have Adam's apples, because it wasn't meant for the man to have the anointed in them. But when Eve ate that same fruit, it absorbed through her because it was meant for her. So when Eve ate that fruit, a lot of people think it was a fig. We never know. When Eve ate that fruit, it was meant for her to eat because she knew all things after that. She was awakened to know that she was the actual God of the whole thing. She actually awakened to know that she was actually the creator of the earth. She awakened because she took the forbidden fruit of life. She now got life in her because at first them two were dead. And the mind. So she had enough consciousness to actually eat from that tree. I don't believe it was a real snake. It wasn't a snake there. It wasn't a snake. And when she ate it, she woke up to realize that because of her, it's the reason why all this shit exists. Not because of that God that told him not to eat from that tree. And when Adam ate that same fruit, it got stuck. So that means that he didn't get the same absorption that she did. So Adam is not fully aware or fully awakened like Eve is right now. And the reason why God was able to know that they ate from the tree is not because they was aware that they was naked, because God saw that Adam had the fucking apple in his neck. So Adam was the one who basically gave it away that they ate from the tree. It was the truth that Adam had in his neck. Because if that fruit would have absorbed through Adam, if God would have came down, he would have never known that they ate off of that tree. Because there's too many fruits to determine that one piece was missing. But the fact that Adam had that fruit stuck in his neck, he looked at Adam, not Eve. He looked at Adam. Adam was the one who gave us away, not Eve. Eve ain't said nothing. God looked at Adam. Adam was the one that got us where we here now, not Eve. God looked at Adam's neck and said, y'all ate from this tree. So if it wasn't for that fucking Adam, we wouldn't be here because the bitch couldn't eat it. Not the woman. That's all I'm going to say for now. That's all I'm going to say for now. And a lot of people think that Adam and Eve had sex. Sex don't have nothing to do with it. Then they try to say that Adam and Eve was aware that they was naked. Being naked ain't had shit to do with it. And right to this day, what did they do to Eve when they realized that Adam and Eve ate from that tree? They made Eve, every time when she give birth now, she got to be in pain. And what do we go through, ladies, when we have babies? We go through pain, don't we? And then after she go through pain giving birth, she got to live in a male-dominating world. This was the punishment that Eve had to go through after eating that apple. Since you now know that you are the God of this whole fucking thing and you are the real creator of it, I'm going to put you in a man's world, bitch. Where you're going to have to worship and serve a man for the rest of your eternal life. You're going to feel the pain of giving birth. Since you the fucking the God of this, I'm going to make you feel like you ain't shit. Y'all don't want me to go there right now because it's getting too late. But thank you, Auntie. Y'all don't want me to go there. Too late. This is why we are living in the man's world. Because we, the woman, is the true indeed God. And she woke up to realize that. And when God realized that she ate that apple and it actually absorbed through her, it didn't absorb through Adam. Because he's not a God, he's a worker. And look at the men today, they got to work. Adam's punishment was to work for the rest of his life in order to eat or to survive. That was Adam's punishment. And look what men do today. They work. They are created to be workers. So who really gave us away? It wasn't Eve. Eve was innocent. She was standing there. Even though she knew the truth. Like, oh shit. Look at Adam, dumbass, with a big ass fruit stuck in his fucking throat. Like, bitch, fuck is you doing? That's why, KK. So, if y'all ever hear the story about Adam and Eve, and they always tell y'all, win for Eve. No, motherfuckers. No. Eve didn't give us away. See, I don't like to tell people about that my version, because people don't like to hear my version. My second page that I created, I didn't say it the way I'm saying it now, but I mentioned it in so many ways. They banned that motherfucking video. That was my first or second video that got banned. Because I talked about so much shit on TikTok. I am totally mad at how much energy I gave to TikTok. I created so many videos on TikTok. I'm really mad at myself that I gave TikTok that much damn energy. That's why I had such a great following. My second page, I had over 27,000 followers. It would have grown if they wouldn't have banned the shit. I talked about everything. I talked about the Antichrist more on my second page because I was learning about every page that I created, I was elevating. So each page that I had, I talked about everything that I was elevating in that time. And at around the second page, I was beginning and going in the rabbit hole with the Antichrist and with the devil and with Lucifer and all of that shit. So I talked about it a lot. And a lot of people say, why do you give the devil so much praise? I'm like, I'm not giving the devil praise. I'm just telling y'all what I'm learning about the devil so you can learn, dumbass. I'm not praising him. I'm schooling you on the devil. I'm not praising him. I'm telling you. People so damn stupid. But if y'all ever hear anybody say wouldn't for Eve, we wouldn't be here. No. God looked straight dead at Adam's ass and realized, what's that in your throat? Y'all been eating from this tree. Eve, it absorbed through her already. So God knew at that point that Eve knew the truth. And God knew at that point that Adam still ain't no shit. Why? because it was stuck in his throat. That's how God found out. A lot of people don't. When I really don't talk about how I feel about Adam and Eve's story, because people be like, man, that shit ain't. I'm like, nah, they're not gonna really tell us the truth, because we are indoctrinated to know that it was Eve that did this shit to us. We are indoctrinated with that. Even in the Christian religious world, they tell us that. They're not gonna. No one is gonna repeat what I just said. They're not gonna say it that. They're not gonna say that. Because they want us to believe that the woman is the true indeed curse. Why do you think we have it so hard here? They want us to believe that it because of the woman is why we so fucked up. But it's not. Adam had the fruit in his throat. So at that point, God already, not God Almighty, but whoever the God was at that time, looked at Eve. And he knew that Eve knew the truth, because she absorbed the truth. That God knew that Eve know now that she is the true indeed creator. She's the life of all lives. And without her, he wouldn't even exist. He knew that she knew the truth. So he said, oh, since now you know that you're the God now that you know that you are the one who actually gave life to all of this, including me, I'm going to put you in a man's world. You're going to worship a man for the rest of your life. When you give birth, it's going to hurt. You're going to be in agony pain. And look at the world we living in, ladies. Our God is a man. We got to worship our men. We are told to shut the fuck up, to cook, to clean, keep your legs open, nurture them, take care of them, work, do all this shit. We live in a man's world. But meanwhile, we the one that give life. Without us, them motherfuckers wouldn't even exist. And look at Adam. Poor Adam. He got to work for the rest of his life. And look at the men today. They are workers. And that's all they good for is working and fixing shit. Without us, they are nothing. And don't let me talk about Lilith. Y'all don't want me to go with Lilith ass. But anyway, that's how I know I'm going to die. They're going to kill my ass. I'm telling you now. I ain't stupid. I know they're going to kill my ass. I'm trying to tell you. When they start building up these concentration camps, I already know I'm going to be in one of these. It's either they're going to kill my ass or they're going to put me in one of these motherfucking concentration camps. I already know. I'm trying to tell you. I'm already prepared for my demise. I'm trying to tell you. They don't want us here. We know too much. They're going to do the same thing to us that they did to Adam and Eve. They're going to throw our ass. They're going to do the same thing to me that they did to Lucifer. They're going to throw my ass out of here. I gotta get rid of this smart bitch. we gotta get rid of her ass. She know a little bit too much. We gotta get rid of this bitch. It is what it is. I ain't gonna lie. When you become awakened and when you just become aware of where you are and you become aware that you've been lied to your whole fucking life, it's like, it's like when you become aware of the truth. When I first became aware of the truth, yes, Eve was already here, and she knew that. She found that out. Adam to this day don't know the truth. See, the man, and what I mean by that is, if you look at the man, look at the men, all the ladies on my live tonight, well, this morning, look at the men for who they are. Men really think that they are the true indeed gods. Men really think that without them, life would not exist. Men really do think that they are the rulers and the controllers of this world, of this life, of this creation. Men really think that. They believe that. But if they would have absorbed that fruit, they would know. You got some men that knows. But you got some men that is like, no, you really came from our rib. Hey, motherfucker, we ain't come from no damn rib. We all came from a rib, but yet all of us got navels. How the fuck I came from Adam's rib and I got a navel? That means I was connected to something. Adam and Eve had navels. That means they was connected. They was tethered to something. And you only can be connected to a woman if you got a navel. Now, if I came from Adam's rib, I wouldn't have a navel. I wouldn't. Because I came from a rib. That means all men will have a fucking umbilical cord connected from their rib to this day. A man break his rib, he'll cry like a bitch. But yet a woman can come out of that? Get the fuck out of here. We come from a man's rib, but yet if they break a rib, they cry like a bitch. They can't even take the pain. But yet a whole fucking woman creation came from a fucking rib. But yet a woman got a vagina. That little teeny hole that's down there, that little hole we got down there, can open all the way up to have a whole motherfucking 8 to 10 pound baby come out of that bitch. Can your dick hole open that wide? I don't think so. You can't even get a fucking catheter down there without you screaming like a little bitch. Well, yeah, we got humans coming out this motherfucker. And then some of us have natural birth. Me, I'm a bitch. I took an epidural. But anyway, it goes right back tight. We open it up real wide and it closed back real tight. And see how wide you can open that dick hole up. See, open it up. When Grizzly, when you get off of this live, Grizz, I want you to look at your dick. And I want you to try to open that hole up. Open it up. Open it up. Open it up. And see how much pain your ass be in. Before you can even get your pinky down there, your little pinky, you gonna be in pain. But yet we got a whole human come out of our ass. But yet we came from a man's rib. That don't make no damn sense. We came from a man's rib, but all of a sudden, the fact that we came from a man's rib, God decided, you know what? Even though the woman came from the man's rib, we just gonna let the women give birth from now on. Why not just continue to let the man give birth by the rib? Wouldn't that make sense? If we all came from a man's rib, why not continue to let men have babies from their rib if they such gods? Why not just let the man continue to give birth from their rib like God did it the first time? Why not just continue with the tradition? Why not let men continue to give birth from their rib? Because this shit never happened. That story is a lie. That's why I don't believe the Adam and Eve story. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. Nope. And I'm going to tell y'all another thing that I never discussed with anybody because I never discussed this. And the reason why I never discussed it because I know that if I talk about it, no one is going to believe me. No one is going to fathom it. No one is going to grasp or understand what I'm saying. Maybe y'all, maybe some of y'all, but y'all really want to know who I truly believe that is the real God of this dimension? Y'all really want to know who I believe that is really in control of this whole system and curse that we are under? I think it was Lilith and Samuel. I think Lilith and her new husband are the true indeed creators of this whole dimension that we are living in. It was Lilith. Lilith and her husband. Remember who Lilith became after she left. After Lilith left Adam, she became the god of darkness. Lilith has never awakened. Lilith don't know what Eve knows. See, Adam and Eve was created the same way. Lilith wanted equal leadership like Adam. Lilith didn't want to be under Adam. Lilith wanted to have the same rights as Adam. Lilith wanted to be equal as Adam. She wanted to be a god. She wanted to be in control. So she left Adam with that still mindset of controlment. So when Lilith left Adam, she got remarried and had 2 children. And that's where you have the incubus and the succubus. Y'all don't want me to go there. But she married somebody else. And she became the god of darkness. And what did they say when they demolished Adam and Eve? They said, let's make man in our own image. God didn't say, let's make man in my image. God said, let's make man in our image. So that means that Eve took revenge over Adam. Because she wanted to be equal as Adam and have control. So she married someone that was just as darker and wanted more control than she wanted. So when they found out that Adam and Eve knew the truth, she already left Adam. Look at the movie King Kong versus Godzilla. That's basically the Adam and Eve depicted story. I'm going to tell you why. If y'all go and watch King versus Godzilla, the very last one, when King Kong threw the log at the sky and broke the firmament, see, King Kong was lost. King Kong was lost. He didn't find nobody in the world that was like him, right? He was looking for his offspring. He was looking for his family. So he got miserable. He got depressed. So he wandered off because he got tired of being in a matrix system. So he broke it. That's why he threw the law. I want y'all to watch it because that's a very powerful movie. If you awaken to grasp it. He broke the matrix system when he broke the log and it broke the glass. That was the whole computer program. It was now broken. He got mad and broke it. So that means his consciousness risen. If you know what? I want y'all to watch it. I don't even want. Matter of fact, my favorite season is summer. What I'm gonna do is, when I get off of this live, I'm gonna post the movie that I want y'all to see. And when y'all see it, because I let my mother and father watch it. I mean, my parents are so asleep until, some people you just can't wake up. I let my parents watch it, right? And I was explaining it to them what they are seeing. They could get it, but they couldn't get it. It's like, overall, they said, it's a good movie. I'm like, did y'all anyway, when I get off of this live, I'm gonna post the movie that I want y'all to see. And I want y'all to watch it. No, don't bullshit me. I want y'all to watch it. And when y'all watch it, I want y'all to open up your, if y'all eye not open, strain the fuck out of these to try to get a good understanding. Look at the movie in a spiritual way. I truly believe, because I can't pronounce his name that well. She remarried another man. His name was Samuel or Samuel or something like that. I can't pronounce his name because, you know, back in the day, their names were so crazy. But when she married him, he was just as demonic as she was. So they created 2 children. Their name was Incubus and Succubus. And they are 2 demonic spirits too. So it wasn't that Lilith was demonic. It's just that in her spirit, it's all about control. It's all about being the leader. It's all about being a god. It's all about being worshipped. So the fact that she left in such anger, because she was angry at Adam, and she was angry at the God that made her want to be under Adam. When she left him, she was in great anger. And it stayed in her spirit. So when she met her new husband, he was already a demonic man himself. So she met her match. And that God, I truly believe, that God that caught Adam and Eve, that was Lilith's husband. And I believe that Lilith married that God that told Adam and Eve not to eat from the tree. I believe that eventually him and Lilith got married. That was his wife. I truly believe it. I don't know why I believe it, but you can't take me out of this belief. I don't give a fuck what you say or do. You cannot take me out of it. I believe that the God that told Adam and Eve, the God at that time, was Lilith's husband. After she left Adam, Lilith married that God. And when they destroyed Adam and Eve, that was Lilith's way of having control. And they took over the new Garden of Eden and made man and woman in their image. To where though everybody would be deaf and dumb and they would believe that they are the gods. But Eve knows the real, it's the woman. The woman knows the true indeed truth. The real truth of this whole shit this whole thing is in the woman. The woman holds the spark. The woman holds the truth. Not all women, but some women. The black woman. You know why it's the black woman? Because she holds the ether in her. The black woman can create any race. The black woman is truly indeed the God of this whole fucking thing. Because she carried the ether in her. And what they ate off the tree was an ether. It wasn't a fruit at all. The fruit had ether on it. It had the spark on it. And when Eve ate from that tree, she ate the ether. She ate the truth. She ate the spark. Adam couldn't eat it. Lilith don't have the spark in her because she never ate from the tree. So Lilith today don't even know the truth. All she knows is she wants to be in control. So I believe, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna post it because it's King Kong versus Godzilla. But they made so many different versions of it until it's a certain one. I think it's the latest one. It's the latest one. And I'm a post it on my, as soon as I get off of this live, I'm a post it in my shorts. I'm gonna post it on my YouTube, cause I can't post it on my TV right now. I'm gonna post it on my YouTube. I'm gonna post it on my TikTok and on my Clapper. And I want you to watch it. It's King Kong versus Godzilla. Cause I don't want to tell y'all the movie. I don't want to tell y'all what the movie's about. Cause I'm not even gonna talk about this until like a week from now. Cause I'm gonna give y'all a chance to watch it. And if y'all don't understand it, watch it again. Because that is a woke movie. I put that movie up with The Matrix. The Matrix and King Kong versus Godzilla, they are like neck to neck when it comes down to awareness and who we are. You will be like, the movie Insidious, King Kong versus Godzilla, and The Matrix are 3 movies that you must have on your playlist. If you want to become awakened, watch the first Insidious, watch Poker Dice, watch King Kong versus Godzilla, and watch The Matrix. They are 4 movies that should always be on your woke list. If you don't got no other movies on your woke list, it's other woke movies, believe it or not. It's thousands of woke movies. But those 4 movies should be in your top 5. Because the movie Insidious is telling us that we are living in the astral projection. And that we are basically kidnapped by the devil. That's all the movie Insidious is telling us about. The movie Insidious is telling us that we are living in a dream. That we are all basically astral projecting right now. We are all asleep in a dream. And one day we all going to just wake up. That's what this movie is telling us. And that we are under a curse. That's all the movie Insidious is a woke movie. The Matrix is basically telling you the same fucking thing. That the Matrix is telling you that you are originally in hell. The Matrix tells us that we are in hell. And that the eyes deceive us. And our consciousness is being tampered with to get us to see something that's really not there. Poker dice basically tell you don't go into the light. Because the light is a false light. And that when you go into the light, all you're going to do is come back. That's what the movie Poker Dice talk to you about. King Kong versus Godzilla is telling you that you are I want y'all to see King Kong versus Godzilla. But if you look at the movie King Kong versus Godzilla, it's basically letting you know that it's an alternate version of you that exists somewhere else. And it's basically, I want y'all to watch it. And if y'all don't get it, if y'all can't understand it, y'all can't grasp it, then I'll watch it with y'all. I actually go on live and turn the movie on and watch it with y'all. And I go step by step and say, this is what that means. You see that? That's what that means. So y'all gonna be like, so I can open up your eyes to maybe certain things that y'all can't see yet. And you're gonna be like, oh shit. You know another movie that's woke? I don't know why they made that movie that way. I don't know why they did it. But you know another movie that's woke? And it hit me when I seen it because I never paid it no mind. Sausage Party. You know that cartoon? Sausage Party? About all the food that was in the supermarket. And they was cussing and fucking up a storm. Y'all heard of that movie Sausage Party? That animated movie about the food that was in the market? And all they wanted to do was get bought so they can go home to their owners. And then they thought, because the movie Sausage Party is an anime. It's an animated cartoon. Right? So, I want y'all to watch that too. When y'all watch that, y'all gonna be like, why the fuck would they make a woke ass movie like that to be so, you know? I believe they did it because they knew a lot of people would look at it and get turned off. Because a lot of woke movies, you wouldn't want to watch them. It's either they make them like too demonic or too explicit. But I'm going to give y'all a little bit of detail before I get off this live. Sasha's Party is about this grocery store, right? All this food that is in the market is able to talk. But they think that when these people come inside of the market and buy them, that they are actually going somewhere and be safe. They are going to their gods and they are going to a better place and they are going to be treated like kings and queens and live in mansions. You know, they think that when they get bought by these people, by these humans that's coming in this market, they think these humans is going to give them a better life so they can finally get off the shelf. Because being on the shelf is like hell to them. So if they get somebody to buy them and take them to a nice home like heaven, they will be free. But what they didn't know was that when these humans come and get them, they take them home and cook them and eat them. They didn't know that. I want y'all to watch because once they found out that the gods, because they worship the humans as gods, the food in the market looked at the humans as gods. Because they thought that once the human buy them, that the human will put them in a better place. That the human would give them peace. They can get off the shelves. They didn't know that these people was coming in, was eating them and cooking them. So now they realize this whole fucking time, the God that they was waiting to come in to buy them was actually the devil. Just like the God right now that you was worshiping to come and save you is actually the fucking devil. I'm trying to tell y'all, these movies, they be telling us the truth. You just gotta have the eyes to see it. I'm trying to tell y'all, go watch it. And once they realize that the humans, which is us, that's why when I first watched it, and I watched it a few times and never paid it no mind. I just didn't watch it. I thought it was a dumbass movie. But one day I had an edible with me, and I decided to watch it again. I was like, what the fuck? Like, do people know how woke this movie is? I watched it 3 times. I got it the first time, and I had to watch it 3 times. Because I was saying, I cannot believe that I let this movie slip through my fingers. I never paid it no mind. So after they realized that the human that they looked at as gods, the one that's supposed to come and save them, they rebelled against the humans. Every time when a human come into a market, they would run. They would try to attack them. So they all came together as food to try to figure out how to destroy these humans. Because they realized the humans ain't gods. And all of our lives, we've been waiting on humans to come and save us when they are coming to destroy us. So they came together. And they tried to take down every human that came into their market. And they went to war with the humans. Just like we're going to have to go to war with the Antichrist. This is why Christ has got to go to war against the Antichrist. The awakened beings right now, we got to go to war with these motherfuckers. The fool went to war with the humans. Watch the movie Sausage Party 2. Watch the movie Sausage Party. And watch the movie. Okay, I'm going to get off of this live. I'm going to get off of this live. And I'm going to tag y'all into all the movies that y'all should watch. But I want y'all to watch King Kong versus Godzilla. I'm going to get every movie that I want y'all to watch. And then I'm going to tag it. I'm going to do it right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get off. And I thank y'all for all the gifts, all the likes, all the shares, all the super chats. I thank y'all for everything. I thank y'all for supporting me. I thank y'all for hearing me out, even though some of y'all might not even agree to it. It's understandable because, I don't know everything. I try to really share what I do know. I try to share with y'all my thoughts at least. So I appreciate y'all for everything. And I'm going to get off of this live. And I'm going to write down, I'm going to put down all the movies that I want y'all to see. And when y'all get a chance, matter of fact, when y'all get a chance to at least watch King Kong versus Godzilla, I want y'all to write in the comment, because I'm not going to talk about it no more. After y'all see King Kong versus Godzilla, I want y'all to write under the video, I seen it and I'm ready. Make sure you put that. Right, I seen it and I'm ready. I ain't talking about all the movies. I'm talking about King Kong. When y'all see King Kong versus Godzilla and y'all look at it through a spiritual eye and look at it for how life really is today, y'all gonna be like, what the fuck? It would have been better if they would have used regular people. I don't like it that they use King Kong and a Godzilla. I don't like. See, they can't they can't do it. They couldn't put humans down because people probably would have got it sooner. But I want y'all. I'm gonna do it now, so I'm gonna get off of this live, and I'll probably be back on live tomorrow, not today, because today is what, Saturday. I might be back on live Sunday, which is tomorrow. And I love you all. I appreciate you all. And I had a great live session with you all. And I'll be back on live probably Sunday or Monday in the evening time, not this late. Because I didn't mean to keep y'all on this late. But let me make this video before I go to bed, because I'm still not sleepy. Let me make this video, and I will see y'all till next time. Mwah. Love you all.